Welcome back to the county seat. We are discussing House Bill 148, which the governor signed into law here. It's been followed by a similar bill in the state of Arizona, so they're moving forward on a challenge about federal land ownership. Governor, there is some precedent, from what I understand, with recent Supreme Court decisions made in regards to Hawaii that this could possibly stand a legal challenge if the federal government tests it too much. Is there a quick enough turnaround for this that we wouldn't have that stumbling block when PILT gets cut off?
Well, we don't know the answers to all the questions. We don't even know all the questions. This is a journey that's going to take us some time. And, you know, for any people that think this is going to be an easy thing to do, it's not. It's a long shot. And it's a shot worth taking, but it's a long shot nevertheless. And so part of this is to reset the dialogue, to say, you know what, Utah and other western states have been disadvantaged. There ought to be a reset button that we can push and say, can we kind of get back where we're on the same equal footing as other states and we're not disadvantaged economically? And how do we do that? And I think that's going to hopefully open up some dialogue. I know our congressional delegation likes what we're doing because they think it will give them leverage. So there's going to be a legal side of this as well as a political side of this, and both of them ought to be going on parallel tracks. Obviously, when we have opportunities to improve, you know, our capabilities of management, whether it's federal management or state management of these public lands, there are three arrows in the quiver I talk about that we are using in Utah. One is negotiate. Let's see if we can't figure it out ourselves and find a better deal that's a mutual win-win. If we don't like the law, let's change the law. That's legislation. So negotiate, and then let's legislate. Washington County Lands Bill is an example of that. We have state legislation, House Bill 148, which is designed to help us with the management of the lands. The energy zone that was created here by Senator Kevin Van Tassel out in Una Basin, a piece of legislation to help us manage the lands better. So negotiate, legislate, and the last one is litigate. There are times when you don't agree. RS 2477, roads and rights of way, come to mind. And it's being used because that's how you can define or not define wilderness. And so it's a big issue, it's contentious. For all of us, we can get together and say, you know, that's a road. We agree that's a road. And we might agree that's not a road under RS 2477. We got a certain significant number here in the middle we don't know. We're going to go to court and we're going to litigate and decide whether they are roads or not. And that'll help us, again, with the debate on the public lands and what is wilderness, what is not. And I think it's, again, the third arrow in the quiver. In Utah, we're going to use all three of them.
Well, that was very clearly said. Stay with us on the county seat. We'll continue our discussion with Governor Gary Herbert, and we will discuss oil shale when we return. We'll be right back.
There aren't a lot of places in this world where you can feel truly free and wild, where the horizon invites you to set off on adventure. In Tooele County, you'll find just that. Explore the Benson Grist Mill and step back in time. Join us for our Wild Horse and Heritage Days, June 7th through the 9th, with the 14th Annual Utah Wild Horse and Burro Festival Adoption. Tooele County. Experience endless horizons.
Almost 45% of the oil produced in Utah, 7.8 million barrels, comes from Duchesne County. That oil feeds our state economy, provides job growth, and supports local business. Here in Duchesne County, we're working to make Utah an economic, cultural, and technological leader. Whether you're here for business or pleasure, Duchesne County will welcome you with open arms and invite you to explore all the beauty of the Uinta Mountains. Duchesne County, close enough for business, far enough to get away.
How do you describe the perfect destination? Mark your calendar for May 10th through the 12th for the Old School Rock Crawl in Delta, Utah. Big power, tires, and rock. Come see who can beat the best off-road track in the state. Pick your adventure in Millard County.
Engines on 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.